How many moments until we're live? How about right now?
Right now? We're
Right
live?
now.
Can you see us? Hi, people.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Trek Reluctantly. We will be watching Hilda tonight.
I can find the dadgum thing.
The last episode of season 2 of Hilda. The last regular episode of Hilda. We will be watching the Hilda movie coming up in 2 parts. But tonight, last episode of season 2 of Hilda, and it is a double episode, so it will the episode will be a little longer. It'll be actually twice as long as Hilda episodes typically are, so about as long as a Deep Space Nine episode, actually. So yeah, welcome, and yeah. So what are you?
Caitlin said she's been in a bad flare-up spot, and that's not good. It's bad.
Actually. Oh no, your audio is a little low.
I've got the snowball selected, but like.
Okay. Is your input turned down or something? You have no idea how to check that, do you?
No.
Okay.
I'm guessing I go to like settings or something. Chat, record on this computer, or reactions. No. Where? None. I guess I'm going to go over the microphone. There's the settings. You would think they would. Oh, we learned about a input level. No, the input level just it does the thing. Like I get the sideways bar. I don't get the peaks and valleys like we do on Audacity.
Right, but is it turned all the way up?
Oh. Volume, yes.
Yeah.
The volume says it's turned all the way up.
And your input, the mic level is turned all the way up?
Okay. So I have speaker, that's these.
Right.
The volume is down.
Okay.
I have microphone, the volume is up.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
I mean, I can hear you, but you're just a little low. But I think it's okay. I think you're audible, and if can everybody watching, and if you have trouble hearing, or drop a note in the chat. But I think it's good enough that I can hear you. So anyway, how have you been? How's your day been?
Been okay. Had some fun looking into cadaver donation.
Yeah, that's not what I would call fun, but I know that you have that is what you have decided will be your final disposition of your remains.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, presumably. It's not completely up to me. I ain't gonna be here.
But those are your wishes.
Yeah. So right now the next step is to contact University of Tennessee at Knoxville and write them an email saying, hey, so
you want my body?
Well, no, to ask them if I'm guessing, because they say that they will yeah, I think it's just that the microphone is a little further away because I'm moving some stuff around here on my desk, so I'm a little bit away from my desk, so I'm not like chewing the mic as much as usual. Also, I have a podcast that I'm doing, throwing stuff on the floor.
You have a podcast you're doing tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, and so like I took the mic to school, so now it's like,
yeah,
technically plugged in, but it got moved around, and it's not. It's like 4 inches further back because that's where it got plugged in. Because that's just how it went, folks. Some days are like that. Sorry, little snowball. Whoop, shit. Sorry.
You swore. For free.
I am making a concerted effort not to swear more than that.
Well, in that case, you're doing an excellent job.
Thanks. Yeah, Caitlin, hopefully, but just there's kind of a lot that goes into it. So right now I'm looking for I want to make sure that when they say because they say they will take care of transportation of the cadaver if you are in Tennessee and within 100 miles of Knoxville. So I need to find out. Presumably that means the funeral home. because they said they can't pick it up. They can't pick up cadavers from private residence or a nursing home or hospice.
Right.
You mentioned a hospital, not on there. Anyway, although I'll have less options for that. I need to check in. I have gone through and gone, okay, Chattanooga actually is like 112 miles from Knoxville. So it's outside the range. We would have to transport it, we would have to pay for transportation. So it's like, it's like right there. What if, so I looked around and I'm looking on, and I chose a suburb called Ottawa, and that is 96 miles. And if I choose a particular
within the radius,
home, it's 97.7 miles from Knoxville. So I'm planning to say, okay, so that's the funeral home, right? So if I can get, from whatever hospital I end up at, presumably, or if I just die at home, whatever, get, go have the funeral home pick it up or somehow get it. I don't know when that happens, and then they'll pick it up at that funeral home.
Well, and as Caitlin points out, hopefully that's a long time from now, and presumably these, the relevant institutions will still be in existence by the time you die, which hopefully will be a very long time from now. I mean, I'm sure the university will still be there, and
yes.
Funeral homes tend to be around for a while, so
I'm anticipating that it should be. So I am confident in stretching it, but essentially I'll have stuff in place, and then I can, as long as I keep papers, and if not that funeral home, there's probably another one in Ottawa. As long as it's within 100 miles, it's less than 100 miles from Knoxville, should be fine. And I might get a little bit of wiggle room. Say, will you pick it up from this funeral home? So, Caitlin, I don't know. It's what Steve sent me.
Yes, that is a shock mount. Yes,
it's a hand-me-down. So what's a shock mount? Does that mean I can?
A shock mount is the thing that it's sort of resting in, so that when you bump it, it doesn't shake it too much.
See, that would be more of an issue if, like, I actually was close to the mic, but I have a terrible habit of not being close to the mic, so that's not actually a problem for me. The problem is Dana doesn't get close enough to the microphone. So, yeah, today was okay.
I mean, okay is better than not okay.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with not teaching.
Yeah. You're facilitating. Yeah.
Yes, I'm facilitating, and I got to kind of sort of teach today because I gave my students a lecture. Yeah, this is definitely going to be weird. Although I can do this and this. I can also do this.
Well, yeah, only one of those is a Star Trek one.
I know, but I'm trying.
That's not a Star Trek one. I wonder if you think Vulcans do this. Is this like an insult to Vulcans? Do they do like with the that's like Vulcans giving each other the finger?
No.
You don't think so?
Laughter, I think is it.
That's the greatest insult.
Indeed. So.
You would expose me to illogic?
I mean, I could expose you to some other stuff if you prefer.
Vulcans gone wild.
They're being illogical. Gasp. No, I don't think even in that case, they would be logical about, the amount of pranks and hilarity and such.
Have we gotten to the? I can't remember if we have or not. The first reference in Deep Space Nine to the holosuite program Vulcan Love Slave.
Caitlin, I love that. It means it's a fee for Vulcan.
Vulcans.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
I'm sorry, Steve. Say that again because I was reading what Caitlin said. I apologize.
Yeah, what a surprise. You were reading the chat instead of paying attention to me. Have we gotten, I can't remember, have we gotten to the first reference in Deep Space Nine to the holosuite program Vulcan Love Slave?
I have no idea.
Because there are references to an incredibly popular holosuite program at Quark's called Vulcan Love Slave. So
here's the thing. I don't remember it. But
is it the pizza delivery?
That is pizza. Will you make sure that I can bring you the tea kettle? The water. Yeah, will you check it and get it back up to the 12 and just bring the whole kettle? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I could leave. So I started tea water, but then I was like getting stuff on from here, and I forgot about the tea water, and then I realized, whoops. So,
You know what's great? You know what's great is that when you turned your camera to adjust the shot so she could come in and protect your anonymity, right? We could see her shadow behind you, so it's like your pizza was delivered by like an anonymous witness on an episode of Dateline.
Homebody, that's one of the options for, I mean, cadaver donation. It's not exactly composting, but depending on what they do with you, you may sort of end up quasi composting. So yeah, so originally, whoop, oh golly, oh, how many napkins here? Crap, I'll just have to lick. So originally, I was looking at medical donation. The downside to medical donation is that, or one of the downsides is that you can't be an organ donor and then donate your body for medical research or like practice. But when you donate your body to forensic research, you can't. I'm pretty stoked about that because I was just like, oh man. So I mean, organ donation first, and then if that doesn't work, then whoop, they can go to medical research if it doesn't work. Big cat.
Steak big cat. Yeah, that's a good reference that Dana won't get, but yes, that's a good one too.
I will take your word for it. So yeah, pretty stoked.
That although that the guy behind the temporal Cold War wasn't even useful enough to deliver pizza, so
that's a bummer. Pizza's great. So Steve, how has your day gone?
My day's going very well. I went out this morning and took a walk. It was lovely. The park was nice and quiet. They had we had just had rain yesterday, so we had that wonderful fresh smell of the morning after a rain. Oh, it was lovely. Yeah, it was good. And then I came back home, and my video about the Orville went up, and that seems to have been well received. And
Obviously.
I finished. Wait, what? Obviously, you say?
Obviously, yeah.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. It's very nice of you to say. And I finished writing my video about the top 10 best episodes of the new Star Trek shows, which will go
When's
up.
That gonna go up?
I haven't decided yet. If I can shoot it and edit it quickly enough that I could put it up on a Monday, I'll put it up either probably not this coming Monday, but maybe next Monday, because I wrote something else today for this coming Monday.
Holy smokes! Look at you go.
It's they see that's just who you're dealing with.
Zoom, and a boom boom.
Yeah, exactly. It's just But so if I can.
Wait! But you know what comes next, right?
All I want to do is zoom, in your boom boom.
Just. Just shake your rump.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. That's not going to be the video.
Oh, I meant now, but okay.
That's not going to be this video either.
No, I have not. I will say, like, I have to remind myself that they're probably making a reference to the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
And not to the popcorn guru, which is where my brain goes, like the little bow and the little.
And I mean, keep in mind, everybody, Dana has barely seen any of the actual Star Trek, so let's not expect her to have seen the great value brand Star Trek that is the Orville.
Hey, I'm all about store brand.
You're very thrifty, yes. Which again, like I say in the video I put up today, is not meant as an insult, because the Orville, especially this most recent season, was excellent. So I'm not, trying to take any shine off of it by pointing out the indisputable fact that it is a great value brand Star Trek.
Knock off.
It is, as I say in the video, it's Star Trek: The Next Generation with the serial numbers filed off. But it's still, but
Well, as I said
it's still quite good.
when we talked about it,
Yeah.
it is the 50 Shades version of Star Trek.
It's like, yeah, it's Star Trek, but then, you know, they just change the names. They're like, yeah, okay, this isn't Star Trek anymore. This is its own
Totally
thing
not Star
now.
Trek. Not Star Trek. What?
What Star Trek? What's that? I've never even heard of a show Star Trek.
Homebody, yeah, I did see that, and yes, it's just, you know, it's a way to go on having adventures, even when you're like you're dead. Pretty cool.
And you're unaware of the adventures that you're having.
Yeah, I mean, presumably.
Hopefully,
I mean, you could be like
actually,
watching
at that
some
point.
sort of afterlife.
Well, yeah, that's true. And the afterlife could be so boring that you're like, let me check in on my cadaver. Let me see what's going on there.
Or maybe you just have some downtime.
And you decide to check in on the cadaver.
There you go. That used to be where I live, inside that thing. Yes, I realize there are worms eating it now.
Oh, 255 AD TNG if it was actually willing to have queer content. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, Steve, we've got a lot of Hilda to watch.
We sure do, Dana. Would you like to start watching the episode?
Yep.
Are you're all queued up and ready to go? Paused at 0, etc.
I don't remember if this one pauses. Like, I'm paused at 46, 48.
Well, that's the end.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't.
Oh, I see. I give it gives you the.
I'm like, is that 0, or does that mean I haven't started?
That's that. Well, according to mine, that would be 0-1.
Ah, okay.
Because it's 46, 49 is the total running time.
That's not what mine says. I just went backwards.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe you're. Well, I mean, I have no idea why it would be different. But if yours is that paused at the very beginning, then
it's paused at the dark spot.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm ready.
All right. So hopefully everybody else is ready too. Again, we are watching Hilda season 2, episode 13, The Stone Forest. It is a double episode, so it will be 46 minutes long.
And 48 to 49 seconds.
Indeed.
Right.
So hopefully everybody is paused at 0 and ready to go. And I will count us down. I'll do as I always do, 3, 2, 1, play. And we all hit play when I say play. So, Dana, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
You are so ready. Okay, here we go.
Chris says I'm right, by the way.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Chris. Appreciate it. Okay, you ready?
Thanks a lot, Chris.
And I know you mean that.
Boy, whatever. All right, Steve, count us in.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Well, this is where I start cussing. Well, actually, this is where I continue cussing, I guess. Snake Big Cat, I like that title.
I like that. Elf John Cena would wear them. And hey, he's an elf, so you couldn't see him. Everything will be fine. I'll be right back. What's the worst that could happen? Just keep piling them up. You tell her, Hilda. Dana, we can't hear you.
25580. That's
There.
really cool.
Nice going, Mom.
She's 13.
There's just no talking to him.
Teenagers, am I right?
What, like a gas station? Like what? I love the side eye. Well, I failed as a parent.
That's one does.
Yeah.
It's the only one that is. What's changed? I think it jumped. If you're tired enough.
Yeah, I mean, you got to sleep sometime. Something's on the move down there.
Okay. Caitlin, what do you mean once again? I mean, it's perpetually.
Willa, my favorite Star Trek show is Deep Space Nine. We don't have to. You don't have to retract it. Well, thanks for dropping by, Snakebit Cat. Well, I'll talk about it later if you want. I don't want to talk over the episode too much, at least not with stuff that's not related to Hilda.
So, Willa, in case you're wondering, we're watching an episode of Hilda. We flip flop every other week. Next week we'll watch another episode of DS9, and
Yeah.
this week we're watching Hilda, the animated show, right at the end of the regular series.
Right. Twig, have you been eaten? Oh, hi. There he is. Well, he's got to take a piss. Let him go. Let him do his thing. Yep, saw that coming.
They've been in the Hall of the Mountain King. Very grumpy, stinky Mountain King.
Yeah. I found a safe way out. That's funny. Oh, it's poison.
But it's tasty poison.
Well, that's the best kind, really. Come closer to the fire so I can kill you and eat you.
I mean, I could have killed him earlier. Just saying.
It's a gamey place.
I don't know, Caitlin. Is lead sweet?
255 AD, yes. I did not have any side effects like that.
David, no one likes a liar.
That was our last food, but okay. Now it's your turn to die. The troll is a grudging host at best. Sure, 255 AD. I'll offer my testimony.
Not just any pigeon.
Cedric the super pigeon. Kemp, yeah, I didn't even see that. Testimony, yeah, that's good. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, you could say that between Eli's experience and mine, there was a vast difference.
Steve,
Yeah,
that
yes.
was terrible, and I'm so proud of you.
Glad you enjoyed it, Kim. Yeah, sure. Pleasantly unnerving. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Oh, oh my God! It's the same worm that swallowed the Millennium Falcon. Mom's losing it.
Maybe don't stand there.
Oh no, she's gonna die an Alfred death. Oh, maybe not. The never-ending story.
Ah, 255 AD, I would say that would be because, the people believe it. That's why they accept it. We were talking about that, or they were talking about that in US history when I was covering a class. I'll try to remember to bring it up later. Like this close to the end.
Yeah. Good question, 25580. I've never been that high before. Oh my God, she's been replaced by a Cabbage Patch Kid.
So, dun dun
Dun
dun
dun dun!
dun 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 dun
What a
dun.
twist! And there we have it.
They didn't hint at that very, very broadly with like the last 7 lines of dialogue. I wouldn't
So,
swap you for anyone. I'm
no.
not getting out of bed for a week. I'm going to say right here, don't go wandering off tonight.
Everything's normal. And will
It's so
continue
nice
to be.
be home.
Yeah, I have to say, I like that episode, but I think the extended running time hurt it. I thought it dragged like a lot. Like especially the bits where they were just running in the stone forest. It's like, oh God, this is taking just feels like it just takes forever. Like I feel like if they had really tried, they could have just done that in a single, in like a typical like 25-minute
I
episode.
don't know if they could have done it in a single episode. I think they could have done it in about like an episode and a half. But then, if you've got a certain airtime, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I didn't not like it. I just felt that I felt
Yeah.
that it dragged, and that's the first time I've thought that about a Hilda episode. Usually, I don't think that. Um, but yeah,
It's one of the reasons that I'm really enjoying Murderbot.
yeah,
Because let me tell you, why don't we publish more novellas?
they're
Just let me tell you.
bite-sized. Yeah,
Yep, just fly through that sucker. Yeah. Great
I found that's one of the things I've enjoyed about the She-Hulk show so far as well is that it's 30-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I mean that kind of goes with it being a comedy. We sort of have come to associate 30 minutes with like
Sitcom.
the format for a comedy, but yeah, it
Doesn't have to be
really
that way.
no, well, no, I mean, the Twilight Zone, one of my favorite shows ever, 30 minutes, except
There
for
you go.
season 4. Season 4 is an hour, but seasons 1 through 3 and season 5 are 30 minutes, and that's where most of the classic episodes are. So
Yeah, there's really, yeah. I mean, there's nothing you could do conceivably a well scripted and paced story in 15.
sure,
You
you
have to think
could,
about
sure,
what makes the story.
you could, yeah. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, Caitlin is called Bloat. I mean, yeah, just short stuff's great. I love short story collections. It's just nice because then you get one that you don't like, you're like, yeah, you just put it back and you go to the next one. So nice. It's so nice.
So
So,
were you gonna say something about the history class you hope to cover?
oh yeah, so I think I mentioned this to you. We were talking about the lead up to the Trail of Tears and how
Andrew
um
Jackson Andrew
yeah,
Jackson, yeah.
Jackson wanted to move the Creek and Cherokee out of Georgia because they'd found gold in Dahlonega, and they said we don't want to move this. We live here.
We live here.
And we live here. And they sued the United States government, and it went right to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court heard the case and said, "No, they live there. Don't they can stay." And Jackson sent the military and said, "You're moving or you're dying." And so, in that case, it's not about having everyone go along with it. You just have to have enough people,
yeah,
who work together to and are willing to exert force. That's
and enough other people who are willing to tolerate it, because like I feel like if Jackson had done that, if Jackson had ignored a Supreme Court ruling and relocated a population of white people, there
No,
there
no,
would
no, no.
perhaps have
See,
been
that's
more.
just it. That's just it. It would have been attempted to relocate.
Well,
First of
that's that.
all,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think
yeah.
the
I mean,
military would have gone along with it
that's
in
my,
the
but
first
that's
place.
my
And
point.
yes,
Like, yeah, the fact, because I mean, when you think about, well, my God, the president just flat out ignored the Supreme Court. Like the Supreme Court said, you can't do that. And the president said, well, I'm doing it. And then he did it. Like that's, shocking to us. But yet he did it to a population of people that most white people in the United States
we're
didn't
okay with doing it
consider.
too.
Yeah, they
People
didn't consider them to have the same rights that white people did. So they, you know,
to be people.
yeah. So it wasn't
Yeah,
it was not a problem for enough
it wasn't.
people
It
to
was. Yeah, it
stop it.
wasn't people like us. And then the other thing I brought up in the class was that this he it was a military action, but it wasn't actually officially war, so it didn't require Congress to do anything. They just kind of let it happen.
Right.
And I mean, we've seen pretty much, I mean, all military action this century, right? Congress hasn't declared war in, I mean, forever. So like everything our military is doing
Yeah.
is not, the only thing that Congress is doing is giving them money.
Right.
So and so yeah, it's plausible
Yeah.
deniability.
They're authorizing the president to take military action. They're not making like an official declaration of war.
Yeah.
Like the war on terror
It's
was,
not actually
well,
war.
we're authorizing you to take military action. We're not saying there is a state of war that exists between us and this other entity.
Yeah, 25580, that is a good way of putting it. So, yeah. It's
so it is. Would you like to play some Wordle?
I would. I'm already kind of sleepy.
Okay, we'll play some Wordle and then we'll wrap this baby up. All right. So here we go. Here's today's Wordle from the New York Times. If you have never played Wordle with us before, the way this works is Dana is not actually looking at the Wordle board. She is only getting it through my description. But those of you watching, as you can see, can see the Wordle board.
I'm paying attention to chat, or attempting to pay attention to chat. So
yes.
no telling. Guesses are fine, but
yes.
if you've already played it today, just like no hints.
Yes, but you're more than welcome to play along. So your two-part opening word. The first part is
heart, but let's hold off on the second one, which will be lions. If I don't have a confident enough.
Right.
Guess.
Okay. So we will start with heart. HEART.
Right.
That gives us an E and an R, but neither are in the correct place.
Okay, with just that, let's go ahead and go with lions.
Lions. Lions gives us an I, which is also not in the right place. So we know that there's an E, an R, and an I. But not in, the right but we don't know the position of anything yet. Yeah.
Right. So it could start with R.
It could. Yes, it could.
Well, Caitlin, you can cheer us on then. Okay, so it could start with R. And then the second letter, actually.
Or R could be the second letter.
That's what I was thinking. R works well as the second letter, and because
there are some possibilities with these letters. I think
I is going to be the second letter. So I'm thinking something RIE something.
Or it could be, that could be true, or it could be something RI something E.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so of the if we're doing something R, so P. What about pride?
Pride is a thought. Work. Yeah, I was thinking pride. You want to try that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's try pride. PRIDE. Oh, no, that's not it. But okay,
Oh,
okay,
but
okay, but we're only off by one letter. It is PRI something E.
what about Prime?
Prime. Let's try prime, and if it's not prime, I would propose prize.
That was my next one.
Haha. All right, let's try prime. PRIME.
Oh man, we're getting down to the wire here, Steve.
It's not prime.
Are we gonna go for it? Let's go for the prize, Steve.
Okay, and if it's not prize, then I say it's got to be price. So I think even if we have to take all 5 guesses, I think we're going to get it. Or excuse me, all 6 guesses. Okay. So
Okay.
let's try prize. PRIZE.
Oh, I hate this because what if there's another one that we haven't thought of? It's that.
I know. Okay, here we go. It's prize.
Yeah!
Prize is correct.
Chris, that was another possibility. We're gonna guess that one next, but we got to it before we got to price. Yay us! Still
Yay us. Prize is it.
Whew. Got a
Woo.
little nervous there. Gotta admit it.
Exhilarating. I know, because we've talked about this before. Like almost all of the ones I've gotten wrong have been that kind of thing, where like I get
where you can just flip it out and you're just like there are just so many options.
there are so many options, and I just run out. I don't get the right one,
annoying.
and I just run out of tries. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
see, that's why having the second starter word really helps, because it narrows down that. And like I would think if we'd gotten to I guess we could have chosen something that had a Z, a C. Like if we had paused, we could have gone, okay, there's Z, there's C, there's D, there's M. Let's figure out a word that has those combinations in it,
yeah,
and then put it in there and see what shows up. So
we did it.
We did it.
And now, would you like to wrap up? Because
Yeah.
you're over there yawning.
Yeah.
So
I'm tweaking. I do want to point out we've got some family stuff going on
this weekend, right?
This weekend. So I won't be doing the Saturday 6th this weekend.
No Saturday 6.
That means that weekend after next, I will have extra stuff. Well, I mean, barring catastrophe, I will be able to say I got together and spent time with my family, and it was nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will be the case.
So are you pushing the Saturday 6 back a week, or are you pushing it back 2 weeks? So you're just going to skip this one and do the next one? Okay.
Because I like having it after you have your ask away, because that sort of helps me remember. Oh crap! I gotta make sure that stuff's together.
Yeah, and I get to promote it. I get to tell people to watch you. So
yes, tell people.
So I will be doing Ask Away as usual on Friday. So if you are a patron or a channel member and you haven't sent your question in, you have until Friday to send your question in for Ask Away. And no Saturday 6 from Dana this week. Yes, you do.
Oh, I may put some honorable mentions in, Caitlin, but I don't know if I'm going to get all the way to a dozen.
You're not going to play the dozens?
No. Don't think I'd be very good at that. I haven't had much practice. And I wouldn't want to do it like, on a channel where there are people theoretically wanting to be entertained. So.
Yes, 255 AD and your Superman thing. That's correct. I'm curious to hear what your ending for the story you came up with is. Yeah. So we will wrap things up. If you want to see more of Dana or support her YouTube channel, you can go to youtube.com/DanaCallDares or patreon.com/DanaCallDares. Yes,
leave on the video, or if you become a patron, you can leave comments on the extra videos.
You had a new video go up yesterday, didn't you?
I did, and I'll have another one tomorrow. Yeah, yesterday. So I've done several poems that I really like. Recently, I've shared them. Oh, I had an idea for another one that I was going to do, and now it's gone. I guess I won't do that one then. Oh well. But yeah, I was like, I want to do this poem next, but I didn't write it down.
Wah.
I think I thought of it like while I was away from my room, and I didn't have a way. And then by the time I got back, it was gone. But yeah, the one I put up yesterday was a poem that I did. I wrote that.
Yeah.
If you think it's terrible, leave me a comment. So yeah, if you really want to punish me, just like don't don't leave me a comment, because that's worse than hearing, oh, this poem sucks and you're stupid. And like, thanks for they left me a comment. Yay!
So in this way, you are like Teddy Roosevelt, because do you remember what you ever hear what Woodrow Wilson said about what the best way to deal with Teddy Roosevelt is?
Wait for him to die?
No, but as it turns out, uh, no. Woodrow Wilson says the best way to handle Mr. Roosevelt is to simply ignore him, for that breaks his heart. And don't get me wrong, I prefer Teddy Roosevelt to Woodrow Wilson, but that's a good line. that's a good line.
It's quite applicable, I will say.
Yeah.
That or eat pie in front of me and not give me any. No, I don't think that would break my heart. That would anger me.
That would make you angry. Would, give me that pie.
I would come up and I would try to guilt you into giving me some pie, and then I would take it.
You would just
steal your pie, Steve.
You would get the pie. You would acquire the pie.
My pie.
My pie. Also, don't forget patreon.com/Steve Shives, or click the join button to support my channel, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, I will be here on Friday for Ask Away, and then I'll be back next week with other videos. And,
and since Ask Away's on Friday,
yes.
does that mean the Ensign log will be up?
Hopefully, if Jason has it done. Jason has been extremely busy the last couple weeks. Yeah. He's probably having the time of his life in Shreveport at this very moment.
Ciao from Shreveport. I don't know.
Yes, charity links too. Thank you, Caitlin.
Yeah,
charity links too.
I'm right there with you.
255 AD. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, 255 AD. I promise he will read the thing that you sent in, and he will share it unless it's like, bigoted or in some way.
No, I guess yeah.
You didn't read?
I haven't checked. I can't remember not reading a question. But no, I haven't checked the questions that people have sent in since Monday, I think. So if you submitted your Superman thing by now, I mean, I'm sure it's there, but I just haven't looked. So, but I will check it out. And I'm very curious,
right.
and I will be happy to share it with,
CharityLinks.page is down in the description. Yes. It's great to be able to help people. Woohoo!
Yes, it is. So check that out. If you can spare a few bucks to help somebody out, we would really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week to watch Deep Space Nine. The episode we will be watching is Heart of Stone. Ooh, good episode. Good episode. And I hope you enjoy it when we watch it. I hope you enjoy it.
I hope so too. So,
I get it, 255 AD.
And then 2 weeks from today, we'll be watching the Hilda movie, but not the whole thing, because that's really
about the first half. We'll watch the first half of the Hilda movie in 2 weeks. Yes.
So, Steve, you need to decide where we're gonna.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Hopefully there's a natural dividing point, because actually I noticed in this episode we watched tonight, there's kind of a natural end point about halfway through when Hilda goes into the cave after her mom. It's like, okay, that would, if it was 2 episodes, that would be the end of the first one, So hopefully the movie has a thing like that where it's just like, okay, there's where we can stop.
And break.
And break. So thank you all for joining us. We will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You're a dork.